Last week on MasterChef Australia,
It's time to pull out the heavy artillery.
2 teams cooked lunch for 100 hungry soldiers.
This is the most important team challenge that we've ever done.
And for Peter and Marion, the MasterChef dream ended.
It's the end of my time in the competition, but it's not the end of my story.
Tonight, the top 8 amateurs begin the last week before finals.
What an exciting stage in this competition.
First up, the mystery box holds a surprise for the best dish.
If there was ever a time to win a mystery box, this is it.
Then the hopefuls take inspiration from the 7 deadly sins.
To all you sinners out there, I offer you redemption.
And the 3 cooks who serve the least impressive dish will face an elimination challenge.
I've got to keep myself in the competition. I've got to get into the finals week.
At stake for the series winner, the chance to work alongside the country's greatest chefs, a book publishing deal, $100,000 to make their culinary dreams reality, and the title of Australia's next MasterChef.
There's a strange sense of quiet in the house this morning with Marion out of the competition. I think we're all sort of waiting for her to come out of the lift or come downstairs and say, I'm only kidding, here I am, guys. But everyone's still very much in shock and in disbelief that she won't be competing and won't be in the finals.
I think Marion going home shook everyone up a little bit. So Callum and I take it upon ourselves to lift everyone's spirits a bit. We're going to make some pancakes for breakfast and hopefully everyone can get the week off to a good start.
Look at that. Wow, it's steaming hot.
For the first time, I think there's a real chance that any one of us can win this title, but it also shows that any one of us can make one silly mistake and then you're gone.
Good morning. What an exciting stage in this competition. We are 1 week away from the finals.
I can almost smell it. I just really hope I can survive the 2 more eliminations this week and get to that point.
Well, there's a new sense of excitement in the room, and that's fantastic. Yes, last week there was an upset. It happens all the time. At the end of the day, it comes down to the food on the plate. Put up great food and you'll win. There's no secret.
The reality is we're at the pointy end of the competition, so it's certainly not getting easier. Certainly not the time to take your foot off the gas.
First up, an old favourite, the mystery box. One more fight in the campaign to become Australia's MasterChef.
Victory in today's mystery box challenge will be sweet, I guarantee it. The first delectable little treat is you get to sidestep the invention test later on today.
What?
By doing that, you get to sidestep the possibility of elimination in the pressure test.
What?
You also get to go head-to-head with one of Australia's top chefs in the Celebrity Chef Challenge.
The stakes today are obviously much higher than they normally are, so I think everyone will take it up a notch and really give it everything they've got.
Okay, time to lift the lids on your mystery box. Take your 2 little trembling hands and have a look inside.
lift the lid, and the first thing I see is the pandan leaves. I kind of give Alvin a little bit of a wink, because it's probably only Alvin and I that have ever cooked with him before.
Oh, I love this shit.
The pandan leaf is used a lot in Asian cooking to flavour sweet or savoury dishes.
You've got raw king prawns, chili, pandan leaf, bananas, fennel, basil, tomato sauce, honey, and pancetta. Under your benches, you've got a little pantry of ingredients. No doubt about it, there's some big ticket items in that mystery box. Those prawns are beautiful.
Chilies, prawns, pandan leaves. There's some common ingredients here, stuff that I've always used, but I'm gonna take a risk.
What's great about today's mystery box, there's nothing to lose, there's lots to gain.
You've got 30 minutes to turn your ideas into a reality. Show us that you deserve to be in the finals week. Your time starts now.
The room today is probably the most tense we've ever seen in a mystery box. If there was ever a time to win a mystery box, this is it.
I think it'd be hard to go past the prawns because they do look beautiful and they're the only protein in there. So I think a lot of people will be using prawns today, so the pressure's really on.
Callum, how you going, man?
George, Gary. Yeah, good. Good, I'm excited about today. It's a big prize on offer.
What's your dish? What are you cooking?
I'm going to do butter poached prawns with a chilli glaze, little fennel and chilli salad and a prawn soup.
Okay.
Callum, crack on.
Good luck, man.
Thanks, guys.
I decide to make a steamed pandan bun with some prawns marinated with chili and fennel, along with some honey pancetta.
How did you make this dumpling? This feels beautiful. It's like a little suet dumpling. How did you make it?
It's just self-raising flour, and you extract some of the pandan fluids with a bit of butter and a bit of sugar.
Fantastic. Anything inside the dumpling, or is it?
No, if you can imagine a shepherd's pie, it's like an Asian shepherd's pie, so you've got the filling underneath and the cover is just on top. So
gorgeous.
That's
Love
the
it.
plan.
The dish I'm cooking today is crispy shelled prawns with pepper, basil and chilli with a pickled fennel salad.
So why do you take the head off like that? Never seen that
I've
before.
watched Luke Newen do it.
Okay, and he did that, did he?
He takes it off just behind the eyes.
And it's got to have a bit of flavour, a bit of kick.
Yeah.
And then I love
He
it.
would normally put like a sugar 5-spice mix, so hence this is similar to an aniseed flavour.
Okay.
So that's why I'm going to put that, some sugar, some salt, some black pepper, and coat that back in the pan.
All right, brilliant. Okay,
Interesting.
good luck.
They definitely can't see now, can they?
The dish I've decided to make today is a very simple dish of a fennel puree, some poached prawn mousse, and a hollandaise sauce. That kind of dish is a really nice classic French dish that you could serve as a beautiful entree.
I'm going to make some pan-seared prawns that I'm going to sear in pancetta oil, honey and chilli. I'm going to deep fry some prawn heads as well. Maybe make a little omelette to go with it.
That sounds like a lot of different things all chucked together.
No, I'm trying to make like a little bit of an Asian salad with a little bit of texture.
Does it make sense to you in your head?
Absolutely. Deep fried prawn heads, I just love them to death, you know.
Today, it's all or nothing. My plan of attack is to bring out the croquant bush. The croquant bush is a MasterChef icon.
Guys, this is what you're cooking today. Croquembouche. It's profiteroles that have been built up into this beautiful cone.
What I want to prove to the judges today is that I've got a little bit of technique. Trying to do justice to a MasterChef favourite, I've got to start with the profiteroles. I know I've only got 30 minutes, but I reckon if I can pull them off and get a basil flavour through them with a bit of pandan, I should win this.
How are you expecting them to turn out?
I'm not sure yet. I cooked them the other day, but I had an hour and a half to do it.
They look like little elves' hats.
Little elves' hats, yeah.
I can't wait to see how they're going to look.
This is my last opportunity to make a croquant bush in a MasterChef challenge. If this doesn't come off, they're going to think I'm an absolute idiot.
Today I'm going to make a prawn and fennel salad, but it will be a little bit more sophisticated than just your average garden variety prawn salad.
Claire, time for measured and beautiful cooking.
Well, I'm certainly showing restraint. I'm only really using a couple of ingredients from the...
You've got some nice stuff going on. What's the dish?
Blowtorch prawns with fennel puree, like a crunchy fennel element to give some texture.
And what are these in here? Are these yours or they're...?
Yeah, they're mine. It's prawn oil.
Ah, for prawn oil. OK.
Interesting.
Today I'm going to use the pandan leaf and I'm going to make a pandan churro, which is a Spanish type of donut, basically.
Spanish donuts?
Spanish donuts. Yes. I love them.
Yeah, so do I. How does it become a pandan churro?
The water that I use to make the churro mix has been infused with pandan leaf.
I love churros. I love it because they're crispy on the outside.
Yeah, gooey in the middle.
Gooey in the middle. Are they going to be that?
Hopefully.
Have you made them before?
Yeah, I have.
You'd love to win today, wouldn't you? What a great prize.
The mystery box of all mystery boxes to win.
30 minutes of hell to get to heaven.
Only 15 more left.
Good stuff.
Thanks, guys.
I've made a croque en bouche before. It came out fantastic, but I made it over 2 hours. I get a glass, cover it with foil. That's going to form the dome for hopefully getting the profiteroles around. I pull the profiteroles out of the blast freezer. The colour looks all right, but they look like they're a bit raw. There's nothing I can do. There's about 6 minutes left on the clock. I've just got to start laying this down and forming the tower. I wanted to prove to the judges that I could do something. Now I'm thinking maybe I should have played it safe.
We've got half an hour to cook a dish using as many of the ingredients we want inside the box, and the best dish of today wins 2 massive prizes. Miss out on the invention test, so you can't get eliminated from the pressure test, and compete against a celebrity chef for the chance at immunity.
I'm feeling pretty confident. The prawns look good, they're nice and crispy. I've got a lot of textures going on, done a few different things with the basil. It's going in fried and fresh, so yeah, things are looking good.
My sugar syrup isn't set, so I have to use honey. Now, honey's not going to set, but what can I do? I take each profiterole, I lay it down, and start building this tower that's falling down around me.
You're our top 8. We're expecting 8 perfect dishes. You've got 2 minutes to go.
As I'm finishing my plating up, I look across to Jimmy.
Jimmy, you did not.
I cannot believe he's done that. I think, wow, he's got guts to do something like that.
Guys, beautiful touches, aspirational food. You got 30 seconds to go.
It's not going to come together. They're not cooked. I don't have my sugar syrup. One little touch, it's all going to fall over.
You have 10 seconds to go. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. That's it. Step away from your benches. Well done, guys. Well done.
Time's up. Having a look at my dish. What a disaster. Ugh, I think I've lost the plot here.
You've just competed in the mother of all mystery boxes. Because there's so many prizes up for offer today, we've decided to taste all your dishes. When I call your name out, please step forward. Jonathan.
My dish wasn't meant to be revolutionary. What I was aiming for is a classical French dish, and this is what I produced. I think it looks really nice. I'm really happy with my dish today.
Congratulations. You know, if these are the dishes you want to cook one day in your own bistro, respect, man, respect. Because I'll come in there and I'll spend money and I'll eat them. But is it in the top 3 dishes? I'm not sure.
Is it a good dish? Yes. I can see that being an absolutely monster seller for those people who aren't thinking too much about how many calories they're consuming when they come to your French bistro, but are looking for a big smack of flavour to start the meal off. So well done.
Good effort, Jonathan. You can step back. The next dish we'd like to taste belongs to Alvin. That is so much like a English dumpling. Honestly, like a suet dumpling, it's amazing. And maybe I would expect that to be sweeter or more punchy in terms of the pandan flavour that you want to put in it. And if it had that, then I'd be banging on the bench and giving you high fives, but it's just short of the mark.
Okay.
But do I like it? Yeah.
The next dish we'd like to taste is Aaron's.
Good luck, Kimosabi. Thanks.
What I love is those crunchy prawn heads. There's something deliciously kind of rich and intense about the flavour. What I don't like is that omelette. I don't kind of get why it's there. I understand it's there to soak up juices, but it tends to make me think that the prawns are more flannelly than they are. So I'm eating the omelette, and I'm tasting the prawn, and I think it's distracting with the freshness of the prawn meat. But other than that, interesting dish.
Nice one, buddy. Thanks.
The next dish we'd like to taste belongs to Jimmy.
Taking my dish up for the judges to taste, I actually feel embarrassed. Not embarrassed because of the dish, but because of what I've done today. I really wanted to show them that I could do something else.
Jimmy, when that came out, it looked like something out of Close Encounters of the Third Kind. Can I tell you right now, I don't want a close encounter of the first kind. I don't think this is the sort of food you're going to go back for. They're not good shoe bums.
No, they're not. No.
A shoe bum should be beautiful and soft in the middle. It should have some crunch on the outside. It should have a flavour.
Yep.
And that flavour is cheese. If there's a lovely nugget, a beautiful fat prawn inside there, wonderful. It's a brave dish. But sadly, sometimes bravery leads to disaster.
Okay.
Next person to bring their mystery box dish up to the tasting table is Claire.
You'd think by this stage of the competition I'd be used to walking up and, presenting my food, but I feel like there's a lot riding on this today. I'm really feeling like my chest is going to explode.
Lovely, clean, sophisticated, beautiful little dish, really is. The fennel puree is delicious, it's smooth, it's lightly aniseedy, and you've got that gorgeous sort of crustacean-y roasted shell flavour in the oil. And the fact that you've just blowtorched those prawns, just to give them that little char, that little waft of char, and undercooked them so that they're, verging on something you'd find in a sushi bar, I just think is absolutely delicious. Well done.
Thank you.
Five down, and the next one we want to taste belongs to Adam.
The problem about doing churros is they're so intrinsically linked to chocolate. If you don't have chocolate in the mystery box, you have to give us something else. Maybe you're making a custard, big, thick, heavy custard, you can drench it through. You've got to give something else that delivers us that dredging motion. It's just a missed opportunity. Thank you, Adam. Callum, please step forward to the tasting table.
I know, I've tasted it.
Come on, come on. I want to see you taste it.
I wasn't intending to leave the jug there after I poured it, because that's why I only poured a little amount on. Yeah. Nothing.
Describe it.
Probably the saltiest thing I've ever made.
Tastes like a big mouthful of salt water.
Yeah. Thank you. From the judges' comments, I know I'm not going to win today, which is a real shame because I've never won a mystery box and I would have loved to have won this one.
Okay, now to the last dish in the mystery box challenge, the final one that we hope blows our socks off. Courtney?
The thing I'm most happy about is that I haven't gone off on a tangent today trying to be something that I'm not. I've stuck to what I believe in and I've put that on the plate. So, yeah, fingers crossed.
I love the crispy prawns. You get a little chili hit, so you get the crispy crunch of the shell. There's that sort of interesting little seasoning that you go, I wonder what that is. And then on top of that, we've just got that pickled fennel and chili, and then a little bit of salty hit from the bacon. Thank you so much.
Wow, that's beautiful. It's absolutely delicious. You're back in the competition. A breath of fresh air, just what we needed.
Thanks, George.
We've tasted all of your dishes from the Mystery Box Challenge, and we've decided who has produced the best dish of the day. It came down to two fabulous dishes. Claire? And Courtney.
Sorry, boys.
Claire and Courtney have been called forward as the top two, so girl power strikes again in this competition. I think Marion would have been proud.
We'll give ourselves a high five.
Claire, Courtney, there can only be one winner of the most valuable prize ever on offer in the Mystery Box. And the winner of today's Mystery Box Challenge, it's Claire.
Oh my God.
I can't believe I've won. I just can't believe it. I was sure that Courtney would have won. I've managed to continue a good run, so yeah, I should buy a lottery ticket.
Claire, we believe your dish was better than Courtney's because it showed slightly more sophistication, slightly more balance, and slightly more technique in terms of the prawn oil. We also love that idea of taking the wet, crisp crunch of the fennel and marrying it with that smooth puree. It was really sophisticated thinking. It's lifted your dish to a restaurant quality.
So no pressure this afternoon. I don't have to do the invention test. The only thing I need to worry about is cooking off against a celebrity chef and hopefully kicking some butt.
Right, on to stage 2 of the day. Just like the Mystery Box Challenge, we've taken the invention test and given it a little shake-up.
The difference with the invention test this afternoon is that there is no grand prize on offer for you guys. What we're looking for is not a winner, but the 3 least impressive dishes of the day. So there's not pleasure, but pain up for grabs.
Today, we're taking a theme that has inspired artists, writers, dancers, and musicians for over 1,500 years. It's a little bit naughty, it's a little bit rock and roll, it's a little bit suitable because there are 7 of you.
I'm still a bit confused. I have no idea. I'm not a writer. I'm not a music writer. I've never done any movies, so I have absolutely no idea what he's going on about.
Here comes your invention test theme right now. Ladies and gentlemen, let me introduce you to your invention test theme today, the 7 deadly sins. Sloth, gluttony, lust, wrath, envy, greed, and pride. Guys, welcome to MasterChef Purgatory.
I have no idea what they are. Broth, I don't know how that's going to get put on a plate. Lust, I know what that is, but I don't quite know how I'm going to put that onto a plate. So, yeah, it's not looking good for me today.
Each of you will soon choose a deadly sin and will create a dish. Savoury or sweet, it doesn't matter. It's just got to be a dish that is number one, delicious, but number two, sinful in its own sweet way.
There's a lot of dark and not a lot of light with me, so I love this. This is fantastic.
Now the hard part. Who gets which sin? Well, Claire, as the winner of today's Mystery Box Challenge, you get to choose the order that these 7 pick their sins.
I feel like I'm being asked to kind of play God, and I really don't want to. It feels like someone's fate rests in my hands.
Claire, who's your first pick?
My first pick is Courtney.
What are you thinking, Courtney?
I'm thinking envy. Felt a lot of envy leaving the competition so soon, and I hopefully can get that on a plate.
Grab it and head to your bench.
Claire, who are you going to pick next?
Adam.
I am going to pick Roth.
Callum.
I'll go gluttony.
Aaron.
I'm going to choose pride.
Alvin.
I'm going to pick greed.
Head to your bench.
The final pick. Is it going to be Jonathan or Jimmy? Is it going to be Sloth or Lust?
It's pretty clear to me why Claire's left me second last with Jimmy. I mean, would you want me in the finals week? It's pretty straightforward.
Who do you choose to pick next?
Jonathan.
Which excites you more, Sloth or Lust?
I have been known to be a sloth at times, but I'm going to choose lust today.
Well, Jimmy, only one sin left. The laziest of all sins, sloth. Please take your sloth and go to your bench.
I've got the sloths in. I have absolutely no idea what I'm going to cook. Hopefully I can slowly walk back to my bench and it'll come to me quickly.
You've got 90 minutes to bring us that glorious sin and put it before us. The pantry is an open larder. You can go in and out of it and collect as many ingredients as you want. A perfect opportunity to show us what you've got.
It is like Christmas. My heart is just beating out of my chest.
Sinners, redemption awaits. Your 90 minutes starts now.
There is a mad dash as soon as our time starts. To the pantry, to the equipment. I'm thinking to myself, find what you need before anyone else finds it. The first thing I go for is the meat.
I'm tossing up the ideas of lemons and limes and bitterness and sour, but I still don't have a dish in mind and I still don't know what I'm cooking today.
Today I'm cooking to the sin of gluttony. I'm cooking a chocolate delice, vanilla ice cream and berries.
How does that represent gluttony?
When I just want to indulge in food, I think of chocolate. Hopefully one of those desserts where you get to the end of it and you sort of wish you hadn't finished it, but you're glad that you did.
That's what I'm talking about. Good stuff, man.
Thanks, George.
15 minutes has already passed. I've dawdled through the pantry like it was a Sunday afternoon shop.
I can see Courtney's spending forever in the pantry and I just, I want to get in there and say, come on, let's go. Don't waste any more time.
Are you all right? You took a while in the pantry?
Yeah.
Yeah. So what's the dish?
Doing like a Nam Jim sort of Thai salad.
The Nam Jim is really sharp and acidic. And
yeah. I'm hoping both dishes are sort of sour and bitter to begin and have a sweet thing at the end. Because for me, envy doesn't end badly. Envy for me always has a sweet side.
You're doing 2 dishes?
2 little dishes, yeah.
Oh.
I'm going to do a lemon and lime cheesecake. It's not something I'd normally do, but it's one of the first things I learnt to cook, actually. And hopefully nail this Nam Jim sauce.
You look a little bit nervous. You look a little bit lost.
Yeah.
You need to gain some momentum and start cooking, yeah?
Okay.
Really important.
I feel a little bit off. Something's not quite right today. I'm not 100% confident with what I'm cooking, but I've got to put a dish up. So I'm just going to power through and get something done. So first thing I get onto is the cheesecake.
The dish I'm going to make is a fusion between Mexican and Italian. It's called mole ravioli.
Why do you think that this dish relates to pride?
Because it is the national dish of Mexico and they are fiercely proud of the mole. I'm combining it with something else that I love, which is Italian food. So I'm actually doing a ossobuco ravioli with a mole.
Good luck.
Thank you. To make the mole, I toast off the chilies and the garlic. Once the chilies become fragrant, take them out, submerge them in boiling water. They need to soak for about 20 minutes so I can get on to making my pasta.
Jonathan, you got last. What's your dish?
I'm making a white chocolate mousse cake and I'm crystallising some rose petals to go in it.
Fantastic.
I'm going to make a strawberry sorbet to go with it.
Is it going to look beautiful on the plate?
I'm really worried about using white chocolate. I've had a lot of problems in white chocolate in this competition, so we'll see what happens.
Jonathan, good luck.
The scene that I've chosen today is Roth, and the dish that I'm matching with that is a dish I'm calling Angry Bird. It's a red cooked chicken with a red coleslaw, and it's got that sort of fieriness of the colour red, which I associate with Roth.
What's the dish?
I'm making a caramelized pork belly with chili vinegar, saffron rice and black sesame seeds. It's a dish that my mum used to cook, and every time she cooks it, I always want more. So what she does is she cooks it in bulk. All the condiments, you have the fried ginger, you have the fried eschalots, you have the chili vinegar, and you just, you lap it all up.
So is that what we're going to get? We're going to get a table full of condiments and your dish?
Yes, that's what I'm hoping to achieve.
Yeah. Love the idea.
Love it. Good luck, man. Thanks.
Sloth.
What are you doing?
What I'm actually doing is I've tried to conceptualise how you could eat this really lazily, slowly. So what I'm going to do is generally I'd make like a meat curry with potatoes and rice. What I'm going to do is incorporate it all into one. So I'm going to have the mince, the potatoes, coated in some breadcrumbs and then deep fried so it's smooth and soft. So you're getting all the textures, you're getting all the flavours, but you don't have to do much effort to eat it.
A croquette, yeah?
It is a croquette, yeah.
Good luck, man.
Thank you. While my curry paste is frying off, which is going to take about 30 minutes, I then have to mince my meat.
These are the 7 deadly sins, but there is only one commandment. Thou shalt make a delicious dish. You have 1 hour to go.
As soon as I start putting the pasta through, it's tearing, it's terrible. It's a really, really bad dough. I basically have to throw it away. So I only have half the amount of pasta that I need to complete my dish now, which is not good at all. I'm happy with my mince, the rice is soaking, everything's looking fantastic, and then I'll look over to the curry sauce. And I start scraping the bottom parts and it's all black. It's an absolute write-off. I've got to start all over again. I'm not feeling really confident right now.
Had a little bit of trouble getting the Delices out of the ring molds. One of them looks a little bit shoddy, and I don't want to put up 2 dishes that I'm happy with and one that I'm not happy with. And after putting up a crap dish this morning, I really don't want to follow it up with something I'm not happy with, so I'm just going to put up 1 dish for the judges.
You should be working like demons because you've only got 30 minutes to go and the big man upstairs is watching.
30 minutes to go. I'm not really sure that my mousse is going to set in time. I haven't got into the blast chiller quick enough. I'm really going to struggle to get this on the plate and make it look great.
So my cheesecakes are in the fridge setting. I've got the dressing for my salad done, and next is to get onto the trout. I've got a long piece of trout, and I'm starting to run out of time. So rather than cut the thick end where the bones are, I decided to use the tail end, and I won't have to bother deboning the fish today.
Time's a ticking. You've got 10 minutes to go.
The end of this challenge is approaching like a bat out of hell, and I'm really feeling the heat at this point.
With 10 minutes to go, I'm looking down at all these elements and I'm thinking, all I can really do is probably make, like, Australian Indian rissoles. I've just got to get something up on a plate.
Comes down to the last 5 minutes.
For about 85 minutes of the challenge, Jono has been completely in control. But with 5 minutes to go, it's just falling apart. Everything's coming apart at the seams.
To all you sinners out there, I offer you redemption. You have 2 minutes to go.
Although I've managed to make most of the elements, nothing's really ready to go on the plate. I'm really worried that I've taken a dish that's too complicated, especially at this point in the competition, where I could put myself in a bottom 3 a week out from the finals.
You've got 30 seconds to go.
Seconds to go, and I'm unmolding the mousse. I've just got to get it on the plate.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. That's it. Step away from your plates. Well done.
So time's up. It's now time for the judges to taste our food.
The first dish we'd like to taste is Envy by Courtney.
I'm starting to wish that I wasn't going first. I'm still not convinced with the story that I've got to sell with why I've cooked this dish and how it relates to envy.
Why does this represent envy?
I thought of the things that I've envied in my life, and they've all kind of had a bit of a sweet ending. So I come up with the idea of, you know, something that's sour but still has a sweet note to it.
There's a few bits in there that are almost opaque, and I'd want to see it, you know, really nice and opaque. You know, so I question that you've overcooked that trout. Okay. The candied lime on the top is overcooked for me. It's become very jammy and a bit dull, but that little cheesecake that you've made from the cream cheese and the condensed milk is really nice. It's beautiful. Love it.
I get the sense of envy. I get the flavour. What I don't get is the essential technique that'll keep you in the MasterChef kitchen. Thank you, Courtney.
Thanks, Matt.
It's probably not one of my best efforts. If I'm to stay out of the pressure test, I've got to hope that 3 other guys have had a complete shocker in the kitchen today.
And the next deadly sin that we'd love to taste is greed, which belongs to Alvin.
I'm happy with what I've cooked. It's now just, we'll see what the judges say.
dare you to fit all that in your mouth.
I don't know if I can. It is a big mouthful. Wow. I love it. Oh, I love it. That is great. You know, melts in the mouth. You know, greed for me is about, you know, give me more, you know, I want this and I want that. You know, that's what you've given us. Given us this big, generous bowl of rice and this absolutely delicious pork in caramel. And what's nice about it is the sugariness and the fattiness of that pork is cut particularly by that vinegared chili and by that lovely crisp ginger. Sensational dish.
The next concept we'd like to taste belongs to Jimmy, Sloth.
The judges called my name and I was really hoping I'd go last. I don't know what they're going to throw at me. I have no idea what I'm going to say to them, but here I am.
And what have you created that represents Sloth?
It was meant to be something a little bit different, but I believe you call them rissoles. I tried to make layers, make them really smooth, and so you get all the flavours in one spoon without having to chew, without having to worry. It's a lazy dish.
Are you happy?
Oh, no,
with your
not
effort?
at all.
No.
I mean, but that's part of the theme is being sloth, is that's lazy, it's messy, it shows no technique. It's exactly what I did. I mean, I believe it tastes good, but I've just put it together, and that's what it is.
I'll take it.
The judges go into the bar, pull out a couch, George lies down,
Can't pick it up.
and he's sitting there while they're feeding him my sloppy, slothy dish.
Come and sit down.
Yeah, sure.
And when you were explaining your dish, I was actually quite excited. I thought it was going to be these sort of round little croquettes that you pick up and they're really crisp and they're full of flavour. And it's little. Instead, we've ended up with like these big hockey pucks.
Okay.
Regardless of theme, food always has to have some heart and soul, or it's just boring.
Yeah, absolutely.
You know?
I actually agree with him. I should have put up an empty plate because this is just not good enough.
Time for a little bit of pride. Time for Aaron and his dish. In terms of technique, the ravioli's a bit undercooked. It's a bit chewy around the outside. As a complete dish, I love the notion that you're arrogant enough to fuse the best of Mexico and the best of Italy. So on that basis, you've certainly nailed the theme. Well done.
Thank you. The judges pointed out that my pasta could have been better, and who am I to disagree? I mean, food doesn't lie. Only people do.
Gluttony is the next thing we'd like to taste. Callum, come on up.
Good luck, Cal. Thanks, mate.
I'm really proud of this dish, but I'm a little bit nervous. So hopefully they think that I've covered the sin fairly well. When George holds up a spoon and asks me to taste the dish, I'm absolutely petrified. I think I'm going to have a heart attack. I had a shocking morning this morning.
Tastes like a big mouthful of salt water.
I thought this dish was good. I don't know why he's asking me to taste it.
This morning you tasted something that was horrible.
Absolutely.
This afternoon you taste something that is amazing.
Don't ever do that to me again.
Well done, buddy. That is brilliant.
Thanks, George.
The next deadly sin up to the judging panel is Jonathan and lust.
I'm carrying my dish up to the judges, and I'm pretty embarrassed. I know I shouldn't have the paper on there. I've got a dessert that's all over the shop. I mean, I wouldn't even serve this at home.
Okay, straight up presentation, disaster. I mean, I've never been to a restaurant where, you know. But the sad thing about it, and the reason I really feel for you, is that the flavours in there are absolutely stunning. You know, like the white chocolate mousse, you get that rosewater flavour come straight through, and even that sort of meringue or macaroon that you've got on the bottom would have been beautiful if you just delivered it in a slightly different way.
Here's the thing, people talk about you as being one of the best cooks in the competition. I think you believe you are as well. The problem is, this is not the first time you've failed to deliver. Do it once, and we go, okay, you've had a problem. Do it twice, we start questioning your ability to organise yourself in the kitchen.
Walking back to the bench, I'm just thinking, why didn't I pick an easier dish? What was I thinking?
If your dish is deemed one of the 3 least impressive, you'll find yourself descending into the hell that is the pressure test, where 2 of you will earn redemption and 1 of you will be sent home.
The first dish, the first deadly sin that disappointed. Was lust and Jonathan.
It's no surprise. I've really just got to focus now on this pressure test. I've got to keep myself in the competition. I've got to get into the finals week.
The second person in the bottom 3 cooked with the theme of sloth, and that was Jimmy.
It's coming up to the finals week. It's only the best cooks left. I'm pretty sure I'm going home tomorrow.
And the third person who least impressed us with their dish was Courtney.
I've had a few minutes to prepare myself and brace myself for my name getting called out. So I think, well, I've got another chance in this. It's not over yet. I've just got to cook well tomorrow.
Jimmy, Jonathan, Courtney, there are clear reasons why you're standing here. Jimmy, that dish isn't acceptable at this stage of the competition. You have to do more than curried rissoles, even if the theme is sloth. Jonathan, you've got to get everything on the plate. There's no point delivering a beautiful sorbet if we can't taste it. You have to plan better.
I've managed to avoid the bottom 3 for every invention test up until now. It's the worst mistake I could have done.
And Courtney, the lack of technique you showed compared to the other dishes has put you in this position.
Courtney, Jonathan, Jimmy, it's time to get some rest and come back, guns blazing.
The last elimination that I faced, I ended up going home from. So I really need to wrap my head around tomorrow, and I need to come into the kitchen ready for battle.
Tomorrow night on MasterChef Australia.
We stand here on the very doorstep of the finals week.
Jimmy, Jonathan and Courtney go head-to-head in the pressure test.
I know I can cook, I've just got to get in there today and prove it.
Who will have what it takes to recreate Christine Manfield's 2-headed dish?
This is going to be hard. It's not a dish I want to cook.
In a fight to keep their MasterChef dream alive.
This is the most overwhelming challenge I've ever been in.
And as the countdown to finals week continues.
If you win, you are guaranteed a spot in the finals week.
Claire faces off against sushi master Sean Presland in the last shot at immunity.
I'm dreading it because I know how hard it's going to be.
Then the remaining 7 hopefuls serve up their own signature dish to 4 heavyweights of the culinary world.
I don't want to see any of these guys fail.